Welcome to Beer, Bourbon, and Games. Today we have a very special guest once again. We are going to be sitting down with Shannon Hemauer of Beer and Boudoir. She is the partner to Brooks Hemauer, who also has Hemauer Brewing Company. So we're just going to sit down, talk a little bit about their collaboration effort and how everything's going. So Shannon, let's just start really simply. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself and how you got into photography.
In 2013, I just got my new DSLR and I wanted to learn manual. So I reached out to one of my friends. I said, can I take pictures of your kids? They'll sit still for me. I can think through my settings. And so I went and I did that, had a good time. It was fun. So then I thought, all right, for the rest of 2013, I'm going to challenge myself to try a different genre each month. So I did, some friends, I did like a couple session, I did a maternity session, and it was having fun, learning the camera, learning manual. And then I got to January 2014, and I thought, well, the only thing I haven't tried that I might want to is boudoir. So I had a friend come over. It was a January day. It was rainy, it was cold outside, dreary. I had my camera, I had a reflector, that was it. And I had so much fun. I loved that I could use the shadows and the highlights and the posing to get what we were looking for. And it stole my heart at that point, yeah.
So that's when you decided you're 100% going into that realm?
So then from that point, I was still working full-time. By trade, I'm a technical editor. So I was still working full-time. And I told my husband, Brooks, after that January session, I'm like, I want to see if I have the same reaction if I do another session. So in February of 2014, I did another session with a friend, the same reaction. My heart sang. And I told Brooks, I'm like, I need to run with this. I need to do this. So May of 2014, I went part-time. I had my first client, was just shooting on Sundays, maybe twice a month. And did that for about 3 years, and then in 2017 I decided I need to do this full time, so I left the corporate world, and I've been full time since 2017. I have a little studio in downtown Carlisle.
Well, fast forward to now, 2021, almost 22.
Yeah.
It's still going strong, obviously. You still have that passion, and Brooks has his passion project. We're sitting in the brewery right now, so you guys are both out of the corporate world, living your dreams. How did you come up with the idea to really just combine both of them and make this endeavor? Because I've never seen anything like this before.
So we know sex sells, and a lot of the big companies out there, the sex is blatant, it's in your face. It's not, in my opinion, it's not art. And what I do is art. So we decided to combine the two worlds of, where we do have the sexiness, but it's more sensual. It's what am I thinking about? The word is
Tasteful.
It's tasteful. It is empowering to women, even though they're in lingerie. I show women how to pose correctly for their body shape. A lot of the women who come to do a boudoir session, they initially don't like their photo taken, and it's because no one's shown them how to pose. So you have a photographer who shows them posing and shows, proper lighting and shadows and a well-fitting wardrobe. All of that comes together, and that's actually a game changer for a lot of women. So Brooks and I decided, well, let's combine my style of photography, my target audience is everyday women, all shapes, all sizes, all ages, all beliefs. Let's use those women and pair them up with our beer. So each month since August of this year, we take a different beer, we highlight that beer. Today's session, we're highlighting our Helles Lager, and we just come up with a fun theme, and we go with that theme.
That was one of the questions I had for you. You nailed it with the everyday women. I know that modeling or doing a photo shoot for a lot of people is not easy, and here they're jumping into boudoir, lingerie stuff. So how do you make the clients go from I've never done this to completely comfortable? Because they're not doing this every day. Yeah. What is it about you that makes this just all work?
So I strongly believe in educating the client. If the client knows what's coming next in terms of, wardrobe, in terms of posing, in terms of lighting, if I can educate each woman during the process, they relax faster, they trust that, okay, Shannon knows what she's doing, the pictures are going to be just fine. So when a client books, there is a process where we do a wardrobe consult. I help them figure out before they even step foot into the studio, what outfits are they going to wear, what works for them. Because a lot of times women are intimidated by lingerie. There's so many options, and maybe their experience has not been a good one because they've worn a size that was too small or a style that didn't complement. So initially they think, oh, I can't do lingerie, my body's not made for it. But then I get to show them, oh yes, there's lingerie for every woman, and explain how do you find that item that makes you look fantastic. So we do that. Then we have professional hair and makeup, so that makes a big difference. My lead stylist has been with me all 8 years. The backup stylist, she's come on this year. Fantastic women, they really know their stuff. So between hair, makeup, I have a Facebook group that the women can get in there and talk to past clients. If they're feeling nervous, it's one thing for me to say you're fine. It's another thing for someone who's been there to say you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So you kind of talked about some topics I wanted to cover. So they do the session, you help them with lingerie, we do the poses. So what comes after the photo shoot? What can the client expect with receiving the photos? Do they get to pick them? How does that all work?
So let me just say, during the session, I actually pose the client top to bottom, start to finish. So you'll see that today during today's session, even down to expression. Do they smile? Do they look at the camera? I direct them. And so we wrap up the session. It takes about 90 minutes. We wrap up the session. They leave, and then about 2 weeks later, we get back together and we do a virtual image reveal. So I'm going to share my desktop with them. We go through the images that I've edited, and then at that point they'll pick the ones that they love for their collection. And all the collections include an album, so that's what they can expect.
You do all the posing. Did you ever do any stuff in front of the camera before that you've gotten this comfortable with posing, or did you just learn it as you've been going?
So my interest in posing actually began way back in 2008 when Brooks and I were getting married, because I wanted to be sure that I looked good in my wedding photos. So the internet is actually full of information on how to pose, and that's when I first was introduced to, chin out and down, to, putting your weight on your back foot, that sort of thing. And when I got into Boudoir, I found a woman, her name is Sue Bryce. I adore this woman. She's a fantastic photographer, mentor. I've attended her conferences, I follow her education site, and she really helps photographers master master lighting and posing, and all of that comes together. So my interest with posing started in 2008, and then when I found Sue Bryce in 2014, I really took it to the next level.
So what is your ultimate goal with this co-branding? What is your vision for the future?
So our vision is we want people, when they're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, to stop and look at the item as like, oh, that's beautiful art. But then be curious about the beer and come to the tap room in Mechanicsburg to try it. And then on the other hand, for any woman who's interested in possibly doing her own boudoir session, to reach out to me and book a session as well.
How have the clients that come in for the beer, if they don't know anything about this boudoir session, how have the clients really reacted to the stuff on the wall? Is there a lot of interest drumming up from it? How is this all going for you?
Yes, it's actually been beautiful. It's been fantastic, both men and women, very supportive. And I think it's because it's presented tastefully. It's not so much that we're sexualizing the woman, we're making the woman look sensual, empowered, along with our beer. And people are appreciating it. It stops them, it makes them look, but then they haven't been, turned away by it or disgusted or, you're exploiting women. No one has said that. So it's been really well received.
So the last one I have here for you, this is probably the most important. For anyone watching, they're thinking about, shooting with you, be doing one of these sessions. How do they reach out to you? How do they get in touch? How do they start that whole process?
Sure. So the best way is to go to my website, which is paboudoir.com. There you have lots of options where you can submit a form for information. You'll get an auto-generated email. That email will take you to a whole bunch of information on what you can expect, the pricing, and then if you like what you read, you're going to set up a phone consult with me, and at that point we'll go into even more detail, and I can answer your questions and concerns, and then at that point you can pick a session date and we'll get you on the books.
So I want to thank you then for sitting down here with me. I was extremely exciting to talk to you. We're going to now go ahead into the session. We're going to see how everything works behind the scenes and throw it all together. So definitely, if you're thinking about doing this, reach out to her, look for that Facebook group, look at the past clients. Multiples have come back, so obviously she's doing something right, and she's producing beautiful art, and Brooks is producing awesome beer. So it's a really awesome collaboration. So whether or not you like art or beer or both, come here to Hemauer Brewing, take a look, and check out what they both have to offer. I want to thank you for sitting down here with me today before your shoot starts. Can you go ahead and just introduce yourself and tell a little bit about how you got interested in doing a boudoir shoot?
My name's Erin Graves. I'm from about 3 hours away, so I drive 3 hours down here every time I do this. I got interested, been a couple years now probably, and I did a photo shoot with Shannon in the beginning of the year, a boudoir shoot. So when she asked me if I wanted to be part of the campaign for the beer and boudoir, I was more than happy to, because I was so happy about the outcome of my boudoir session. So here I am.
Prior to working with Shannon, had you ever done anything like this before?
Nope, never.
So what made you finally just, pull the trigger and do it?
I've been watching her, researching her for a couple of years, and felt comfortable after seeing her work and seeing things that she's done, whether it's on Facebook or on her website, and I felt that it made me comfortable seeing that she had good reviews and did fantastic work. So I've always wanted to do it, so I just bit the bullet and did it.
So can you tell the people at home that might be on the fence kind of what to expect, what your experience was, and just what makes Shannon so awesome?
There is a lot to the process. I would have never thought that, but she goes about it the right way. I mean, I've heard of other people having boudoir shoots done, and it's quick in and out, and you can tell the difference between Shannon and other people, and I'm not putting anybody else down by any means, but she takes the time to get to know you. I felt like first time I talked to her on the phone, she was like a friend I've known for years. She's very personable. She holds your hand through the entire process, from getting your outfits to when you're in the photo shoot and posing you. And let me tell you, it's like you're doing a workout when you're posing, because I was sore as hell the next day after all the pictures and the posing that we did. But she's absolutely wonderful. She is. She guides you through. And of course, it was a couple-month process for me to get to the point where I did the photo shoot, but she's always sending you emails. She's always in contact with you. So I can't say enough good things about her, honestly.
So how did you feel the first time when Shannon revealed the photos to you?
I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I brought tears to my eyes because it was amazing what she did with the pictures. And I'd seen some as we were going through the photo shoot, so I knew, she was doing a really good job. But the finished product with everything that she did after the fact was phenomenal, and I couldn't believe it was me, to be honest with you, in the picture.
Being in a brewery, it's kind of a unique collaboration between the two. I'm assuming, is beer a interest of yours as well?
Hell yeah, I do.
Okay, so what is your favorite style? Tell me what your favorite beer is from Hemauer.
From Hemauer, I love Oats and Hose. I do, I absolutely do, and I've tried a couple different ones, but that one for sure is my favorite. It's very robust, if you want to put it that way, but it is fantastic. That's my favorite.
For anyone watching at home, you can tell them anything. If they're on the fence, what would you say to them?
Do it. Put yourself out there and do it, and you won't regret or have any regrets whatsoever about doing it, because it's a huge confidence booster, and it'll make you feel amazing about yourself when you see what she can do for you. So, do it.
Good advice. Well, I want to thank you for sitting down here with me. I look forward to shooting out there, seeing how the session goes. I want to thank you for taking the time, sitting down here with me today. Obviously, you're still in the makeup chair. We're getting ready before the shoot. So can you tell everyone your name, just a little bit about yourself, and what made you interested in doing this type of photo shoot?
My name is Jensen. I started doing this beginning of the year because I found out Shannon does the Boudoir stuff and needed someone to help out. So I figured I'd be a model, boost my confidence. And then I fell in love with it, and then she started doing the beer and boudoir, and I just needed to do it. Combine both worlds.
So before doing a session with Shannon, have you ever done anything like this prior?
I've never done anything like this.
What made you finally decide to jump into it?
I needed to boost my self-confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, it really helps me.
For anyone watching at home, since you are doing this for the first time here, Shannon was the only one you ever worked with. Let's describe kind of the experience you had. How was it working with Shannon that first time, and how did she really kind of cut into your nerves and make you feel comfortable?
When I first met her, when I first did my photo shoot, I was so nervous, but she made me so comfortable about everything that she did. And she took that one photo of me and showed me, I was like, that's not even me. She's just, the way she positions you and makes you feel confident is unbelievable.
Now, she told me that there's quite a process to get to the point of shooting.
Yes.
Can you tell the people watching at home just kind of how that all went for you?
Well, these ladies, they make me feel beautiful. Do the hair, the makeup, and then Shannon even helps you pick out an outfit that flatters your body to make you even look even better. It's just, I don't know how she does it.
So how did you feel that first time when you saw the finished product?
I was amazed. I was like, that's no way that's me.
It definitely seems like it has empowered you.
It's a good booster to have, every month or once a year that I do it. I'm really happy that I signed up for it.
So you highly recommend this?
I really
anyone?
highly recommend it. If you're having that little doubt about yourself, I'd sign up.
This is a little unique, obviously, the collaboration between a brewery and, photography. I've never seen it before. Is that something that really interested you, the whole combination between them?
I really think so, because I love the breweries, and then it's like, why not combine both? This is a perfect idea that she had, and I think it's going to work out wonderfully.
For anyone watching at home, what advice do you have if they are on the fence about this? They're thinking about reaching out to Shannon. You can tell them anything. Go ahead.
I just want to say do it. I don't know what you're waiting for. But if you have that one little thing that you hate about your body, Shannon's going to make it look 10 times better. Because every woman's different, and we just need to, go for it.
Well, I want to thank you for sitting down here with me today. I look forward to seeing how your photos turn out, and I'll be kind of recording out there while you're doing everything, so I'm excited.
Yes, it's
Good
amazing.
luck today.
Thank you.